exposed to the sex industry are more likely to suffer from depression and low self-esteem. And if you were listening last week, you know that untreated depression is a leading cause of suicide. Doesn't seem so innocent anymore, does it? It robs us of our value. You get desensitized and you're looking at these pictures of people and you're seeing these sexual situations, and after a while it's not that big of a deal anymore. What used to scare you or what used to even make you excited, after you see it or you're exposed to it enough times, it's no big deal. Have you ever been in a relationship? You had a boyfriend or a girlfriend? Do you guys remember the first time that you held hands with somebody? Man, it was like thunder and lightning. First time I held hands with Hannah, we were walking in downtown Wilmington and it was cold. And we were walking around, and I was so crushing on her. I liked her, and I wanted her to be my lady. So we were walking down the street, downtown Wilmington, and it was really cold outside, so I took this smooth and I took her hand, and I was wearing this big old jacket, and I just stuck it in my jacket pocket, like I was trying to keep her from being cold. But like, man, in my heart, I was like, whoa. I mean, fireworks were going off, and I was like, yeah! It was awesome. My heart skipped a beat. I was walking on there. There was a bluebird on my shoulder. It was just a wonderful moment. Okay? 30 minutes later, it was still awesome. But it wasn't that big of a deal anymore. Yeah, I mean, and the more we held hands, the more that it stopped being that big earth-shattering thing. The more we experience, the more we want to experience. So the first time you look at pornography, it might be this big earth-shattering thing, but what ends up happening is you need more to excite you, to get that same thrill, to get that same high. The next thing that I wanted to point out is that pornography can rob us of good sex. How many of you guys want to have good sex? Nobody in this room. You've got to be kidding me. Are you not humans? Are you all robots? Everybody wants to have good sex. Everybody wants to be able to experience everything that you can possibly experience. Everybody wants to enjoy it. I don't know anybody that says, I hate sex and I don't want anything to do with it. I hope I never have it. It's awful. Man, nobody says that. Here is how pornography robs us of having good sex. There are clinical, that means medical, that's a big word for medical. There are clinical consequences to pornography addiction. Bet you didn't know that, did you? Didn't hear about that on CNN or in health class. Here are some clinical consequences of porn addiction. For men, it's called ED. How many of you guys have ever heard of Viagra? Okay, I'm not going to be gross, I'm not going to be coy about it, but ED is either your stuff stops working altogether or it works too fast. That's what ED is, and no guy in his right mind wants that. Okay? It is something that comes frequently with a pornography addiction, and it's some of the reasons why you get those dangerous frustrations. Like we're talking about these pedophiles and these all bad people who start off with porn addiction. It's one of the reasons why it goes to the next level, out of frustration, out of sexual frustration. They can't do what they used to do, what they used to see didn't excite us. They keep on for more and more and more and more, and things get worse and worse, and it's sliding downhill. The next clinical consequence of pornography is depression. Especially, like I said, more so with females than with guys. But one of the things that pornography does to females who are addicted to pornography is that it cooks. It's like a recipe for bad self-esteem. And what happens is you see people doing these things and they're all pretty and all this kind of stuff, and you judge yourself by that standard. And I don't look like that. Guys don't want me like that. That scares me. I don't want to do that. That looks uncomfortable.